that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. He finds Austin complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Forbath, the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Shift. Gun.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Lucky 48. Down to lose one. 6-6. Pull it high. Swing.
On 2nd down, Cook. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
Hey, Steve 6.
Cousins on 1st down. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
This is Elliott. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there.
And at the end of it, he stripped. Ball comes loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Hey, can't.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Gun.
You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that.
They start the drive with Cook, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Cousins. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Hey, we're good.
3rd and long for Cousins. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
To throw, Cousins going deep for Diggs. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Cowboys 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something to save.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
It's caught inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hand. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Let's go, let's go!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3.
Let's go, baby.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. This to Jarwin. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point try by Bailey. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. On second down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. They fire this one quickly to Austin. 20! And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 38. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Cowboys get a bit closer. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Forbath is sent it away now following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Hey, high 7. Gun.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins. And he's going to go down again. Malik Collins. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Throwing, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. 43 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey now for the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Elliott, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now left side on the swing pass. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Completes it to Austin. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cooper was the target there.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
He'll have a first down and more past the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cousins here to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
80 weapon.
Check 31, check 31.
Shoot! Hey, Steamer. Hey, Delta.
Mike, 55.
Gun.
55.
Now Cousins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able... to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Hey, Shahar! Lady!
Watch it.
Can't. Gun.
Take it. 55 is my guy, 55. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got.
Throwing here, Cousins. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharp